Attention concerned citizens, we're recording the first ever live episode of We Have Concerns, and we want you to be there. It's happening Friday, February 20th at 7 p.m. as part of The Lab at the Nerd Melt showroom, and tickets are totally free. To find out how to join us, head to live.wehaveconcerns.com. Bought a $300 apparatus for smoking weed.
What? What even is that?
It's a vaporizer that charges through USB and is like really well made. And it's got like a cradle and it's got like LEDs, but not like LEDs like, oh my God, LEDs, but LEDs like a classy charging, like pulsing LED that like lets you know when it's charging or when it's heating up. Like,
all right.
$250.
Total square alert. But
yeah.
How do you use a vaporizer? Do you stick your face in it, or is it what? What does it do?
It's like a straw. You suck it out of there like a straw.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Does that make it?
Because you know
better?
what, Jeff Kanata?
What?
You only live once. And if this is all I get, I'm spending $300 on an apparatus to smoke weed out of. We have concerns.
That's the way we're starting. All right. Well, if you only live once.
Hi, Jeff Kanata.
Hi, Anthony Carbone.
Hello, concerned citizens.
Talking about only live once. So here's this article that this is the. Well, I was going to say first, but it's not the first. This is one of the articles that almost made me hurl that someone has sent in to us. And this one was sent in by Jason Sapir. He's cool. He sends us a lot of stories. Very cool. Thank you, Jason. He sends them to wehaveconcernshow@gmail.com. This is an article about a man, a real human man, a real person.
A real human being.
This actually
and a
is
real
thing.
hero. Yeah.
Not a hero. Turns out a villain.
Good segue.
He is a Venezuelan man who had his face surgically altered to resemble the Red Skull from Captain America, the Marvel supervillain, the Red Skull.
What?
He went through extensive surgery. His face was injected with red dye.
Computer, main screen turn on. Let me see this guy.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's him right there.
Whoa, no, but he went so much further.
Welcome to your nightmares.
Like the Red Skull is on one level, and then this guy took it to like alternate reality, intense, it's Lord of Destruction.
One
Red
of the
Skull.
most disturbing things I've ever seen, that someone would do this to their face. Like I've seen that snake guy, that kind of famous snake guy that like has the forked tongue and the reptilian skin and is bald and it has the tattoos and everything. I've seen that guy. Not a big fan of that look. Not it's disturbing on a certain level. This is a whole other level of disturbing. This guy's nose is gone. You know, look, imagine the Red Skull.
Yeah. From
the comic book or the film version. First of all, the worst thing I could say about this is you look at it and you don't go, oh, you were trying to look at the Red Skull.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He took it so much farther. So much farther. He has like plates in his forehead that resemble like fucking intertwining serpents.
It's Klingon shit. It's like a Klingon forehead, but it's red. And his eyes are all fucked up. His eyes are like, it's all puffy and bulging.
Yeah, the sockets of his eyes. He had a portion of his nose removed.
Yeah. Dude, it's so
Looks like
wrong.
The cartilage. Looks like he left the actual skull portion of his nose and removed the cartilage.
Yeah, it's horrifying to me that a person would elect to do this. Now, hey, I'm all for freedom of choice. Do what you want with your face. But dear God, man. Like, this guy clearly has some psychological issues.
You're very disturbed by this.
Very, very disturbed by this.
Like, you're genuinely, like, you didn't look at this and go like, haha, what an internet-y article. Or,
nothing funny
that's
about
a little
it.
Weird.
Nope.
You are 100% disturbed by this gentleman.
I'm repulsed, yes.
Wow.
I find it very disturbing. I think that there's issues with this guy. And that's me being super judgmental, but I'm going to own up to it and say, yeah, I'm judging this guy for doing this, and I think it's fucked.
It's funny because whenever things like this happen, whenever like when the snake guy with the forked tongue started getting passed around, when people start showing the photo of the woman who has like, it looks like brass knuckles embedded underneath her collarbone, things like that. Whenever stuff like that gets passed around, the first thing is, how are they going to find somebody to date them? The second thing is, how are they going to find a job?
Well, guess what? This guy is a married father.
Yeah.
He
Well,
has
that's
a
what I was
child.
and that's what I was going to say is those are the first two things that come out of people's mouths, and they're such standard narrow concerns about this. You know what I mean? Like, what if he's got to find somebody to date? He'll never do it. Well, I mean, the people that date you probably won't date him.
Right.
Where's he going to find a job? Well, he's not going to work where you work, asshole. He's not going to put on a blue tie and sit down and stand. He's not going to come in and say, hey, Harold.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm just here to get those reports.
Yeah, no, I got the reports for you.
Please don't hand them to me. Please don't use your hands to hand them to me.
Really?
Oh God, I'm sorry.
Well, you keep turning away and looking very askance at me. I'm sorry I took those 3 months off, but I feel refreshed. I feel like a whole new me. I feel so happy.
You know that we love you here. You know that we love you here at Pneumacor. We do.
Well, I love being an employee of Pneumacor. I love clocking in. I love getting dressed for work every morning, grabbing my briefcase, getting into my sedan, and driving into work. I feel like I finally have a home here.
About how you do all of those things now that you have turned yourself into a half man, half lobster.
Well, it's not easy. I had to reconstruct a lot of the steering column of my car because the claws, they don't work too well with the steering, and there was some concerns about me maybe causing accidents.
It's all rhetorical. It's all rhetorical.
Well, I'm just saying the seat had to be reconstructed because my tail now.
Like, dude, you can't do this. You can't be here.
Oh, I can actually. You would be surprised how little it costs to have part of a crustacean's body surgically infused into your neck and back, have the claws affixed to your forearms, and have a tail inserted into your rectum. And I can actually control it. Look at this.
Don't control it. No. I don't want to see anything articulated or prehensile on anybody at all. And let me tell you something. Oh, good. HR is here.
Yeah, what do you want? You guys, I heard there was a complaint up here.
Yeah. I can't get any work done. And he can't possibly work like this.
Well, you understand, Harold's is a top tier employee. He's doing a great job.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Carlos.
Isn't everybody completely distracted by this?
Well, he was the hit at the party. It was seafood themed. It was a Caribbean theme. It was great. Everybody had margaritas and they had shellfish.
I dipped his hand in tartar sauce. I dipped his hand in tartar sauce.
That's right, darling. It was a good time. Well, thanks, darling. We all, we had good fun. So do you want these forms or
Am
not?
I the only one that has a problem? I cannot be the only one that has a problem with this. Hey guys.
Oh, hey Phil.
What's up, Harold?
Oh my gosh, your turtle reconstruction looks fantastic.
No! This is not right.
Well,
we are the manufacturers of slankets. And slankets are for good, healthy, normal American people who don't want to go outside and face the world and also are too lazy to get into a robe.
Well, that's what I wanted to bring up with you. I thought, we need a larger size to account for some of the new
I've actually found the slanket the most comfortable way to sit on the couch now that I've had my operation.
Yeah, we all really love the slanket, and that's why we're so happy to work here. It's why we're happy to put on our clothes, get in our heavily modified cars, and drive into work every morning.
What? This can't be right. I think we're all gonna be animals now.
Yeah.
I think we need to be animals.
Yeah, that's actually why I came up here. I don't think you're fitting in with this work environment anymore.
What?
Yeah,
I've been here for 3.5 years.
Well, you've done some fine work. I'm just saying your attitude when it comes to accepting your fellow employees is a little bit.
Are those flippers, Don?
Yes.
Flippers, Don.
Well, it makes me swim, and I got a really good bargain on these. You should talk to Harold's guy.
You know what? I don't need this. I had a very, very good offer from the Snuggie people.
Oh, you do not bring up that word in this house.
And I think I may just take them up on it. So thank you, you weird Todd Browning animal freak people with your Far Cry 2 bullshit. I'm out.
And people call me Shellfish.
I did not.
And people call me.
I did not construct a 3-minute bit with you just to have you make the tag.
And
You
people,
son of a bitch.
And people call me
No,
shellfish.
that's your one. You're out. So, okay, obviously, this is something we're not used to seeing. It's out of the norm. It's a little freaky. It's a little weird.
He tattooed his eyeballs black, dude. He tattooed his eyeballs
Are you reading
black.
that?
Yes. He said,
He injected dye into his eyeballs?
yes. It says, the married father who now calls himself Red Skull also tattooed his eyeballs black before adding red and black face tattoos to look more like the comic book villain. He's 37 years old. His name is Henry Damon. He lives in Venezuela. And I think he's insane. I think he's insane.
You wouldn't have a beer with Henry Damon?
Oh, no, man. I might throw up in his beer.
I'd super have a beer with Henry
You
Damon.
would?
You know what? The only thing...
Why do you want to look like a supervillain unless there's something wrong with you? Right? You pick a supervillain. Suspect. Right there. Supervillain. Even the fucking Red Skull doesn't want to look like the Red Skull. The Red Skull's always complaining about how he has to look like the Red Skull. It was a terrible accident. He hates it.
He's not always complaining
Well,
about
not
it.
always.
He's
I mean,
got a lot
sometimes
on
he's
his mind.
planning.
He's
Sometimes
doing a
he's
lot with his
constructing,
day.
Scenarios.
I think he
to
keeps
world
his mind
destruction.
off of it by keeping busy. You know? I
Well,
think that's
yeah.
part of his thing.
No, I'm saying he's done a valiant job
Mhm.
of overcoming his disability, but I don't know why someone would want to voluntarily disable their face.
I don't know. So where do we... nose job. Are you good on nose job?
Like,
Someone gets a nose job.
yeah, I don't have a problem with
Good on
plastic
nose job?
surgery per se.
Really? Like somebody, I don't know, hair plugs?
It's fine. Listen.
So body modification to look more like a standard, normal ideal
Here we go.
is fine.
Here we go. You got your paint bucket out and you're painting me into a corner.
I'm just asking.
I get it.
I'm just asking.
I
have
get it.
no agenda. I have no agenda.
Right.
Never in my life have I ever had an agenda when
I
we've
see
done
it
this.
happening.
No, but it doesn't. Somebody trying to look a little more standard or a little more normal to feel better about themselves is generally accepted by us.
Yes.
Somebody trying to deviate from the norm we don't like it.
Yes. Yes, that is the situation I find myself in. But I feel like
I mean, like, look, dude, can I just lean in real quick?
yeah.
I mean, it's real weird looking.
It's fucking weird.
It's
right?
weird. It's real weird looking.
Like,
But hey, like I said, go around once, dude.
You
And
only
if
get
you
one
want to go
face.
around once and you want that one time to be looking like the Red Skull, you get all the fist bumps from me for actually doing it. I'm into it.
you know what?
I would go have a beer with this guy and I'd be like, fuck yeah, Red Skull.
You would?
Yeah.
You wouldn't be like, I wonder if that guy has some nefarious intentions.
I don't think he has some nefarious intentions. I think there's potentially some issues he had with himself that are manifesting in a strange way or an abnormal way.
Yeah.
But hey, man, if looking like the Red Skull made that shit go away,
The problem is
and he
doesn't
can
even,
be a husband and a father
he
to
doesn't
his
even
family.
look like the Red Skull. He looks like he's been beaten to within an inch of his life. He looks like it looks like he's beat up. It doesn't look like the fucking Red Skull.
Dude, you know what would be badass?
What?
To be that guy's kid on parent-teacher conference day and have the teacher be like, when your father comes in, we're going to have a discussion about your behavior, David.
All right, okay, I know I've been acting out.
Who has a problem with my son?
Mr. Skull, we asked you in here for a very specific reason. Your son has been, he's been saying some very nasty things to his playmates. Some things about the Nazis, some things about the way things should have gone, quote unquote.
Whoa. Well, let's just hold up right there for a second. David,
Yes, Dad?
I told you, it's not a Nazi thing. The Red Skull thing, it's not a Nazi thing.
That's what I've been trying to tell her. I keep saying Hail Hydra, and she says...
Oh, hell, no. I see where the confusion is coming. This is very funny, actually.
Okay, Mr. Skull, I look forward to your explanation.
Hydra
Mm-hmm.
is not Nazi.
Right.
It is fiction from the Marvel Captain America.
Right, the Marvel Captain America. That's another issue
Yeah.
I should really bring up because there was a little boy here on Halloween last Tuesday who came in dressed up in red, white, and blue.
I will crush him! I will destroy him!
I love you, Dad!
I love you too, David. Now be quiet. Adults are talking.
That is remarkably similar to what your son said as he walked through the door. He screamed.
Oh, that's a good boy, David.
I learned it by watching you, Dad.
Yeah.
Yes, he walked right into, and he said, "I will crush you." And then he leaped across the desk and he started strangling the poor boy.
No, David. We talked about this too.
Yeah, Dad.
The Hail Hydra, it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun to do.
Yeah,
We don't hit. We use our words.
but Dad,
No.
he didn't even raise his shield. It was he didn't even know how to do it.
Well, he sounds like he has a terrible father.
Well, I think so.
He sounds like an awful man.
Yeah.
But that's not for us to decide.
No.
Remember what
Okay.
I always say.
Yeah.
We are the Skull family,
Uh-huh.
and the Skull family is not judgmental.
Oh, that's right. We don't judge anyone.
We don't judge anyone based on their appearance
Well, that sounds
or
like
their beliefs. Hail Hydra!
that sounds like a very reasonable position to take. I'm glad we had this conference.
Thank you for seeing me. It was good of you, and I'm very sorry he's been acting out. Can you take 2 steps to your left, please?
2 steps to my
Just
left?
2 steps to your left.
Oh, sure.
Ka-chunk!
Damn Spike Lobby.
Hail Hydra! The intimidation factor on having your dad be the Red Skull is amazing.
Yeah.
I want the Red Skull to be my dad.
I guess.
No, but
guess.
I genuinely feel like, look, man, if this guy can do this and still provide for his family, live the life and the lifestyle that he wants to live, and it doesn't put anyone around him out, go be the fucking Red Skull. I don't give a shit if you're the Red Skull. The only part that would weird me out is the nose. The nose in person would be a little weird to me because I have a thing about that.
You need there to be noses?
I have like a...
What's your nose thing?
I have
Tell
like
me your
a-
nose thing.
I have like a Cronenberg-esque body horror issue where like the only thing that really, really spooks me out in horror movies is like the removal, like the slow removal of a body part. Like I can watch anything else happen in a horror movie, but like if somebody yanks a tooth out,
Not fun.
I freak out. And so I think the missing nose would be unnerving to me in the beginning. But I think as Henry, I like to call him Hank, as Hank and I hung out.
Yeah.
I
You
think
think
I'd
you'd get used to it?
I think I could get used to it. That's my hang up, man. If he
You
wants
think-
to be the Red Skull, let him be the Red Skull.
You think there's a universe in which this guy is totally normal except for wanting to look like the Red Skull?
Without knowing anything about him? I'll give it like a 94% chance.
That he's normal?
He's probably a normal-ish.
No, there's no way he's normal.
Well, like
There's no way.
Give me your normal. Give me your normal though.
Like-
It's such a sliding scale, man. It's such a sliding scale. I have friends who like you said, who are pierced and tattooed like crazy. And so I think like if I'm cool with somebody getting pierced and tatted and body modded, like go be the Red Skull. What is normal? Like what's a normal? I could show you like a scale of people from no piercings all the way up to Red Skull and ask people to be like, well, what's the one that's the last acceptable one? And everybody would have a different, would point to a different part on the scale. Would people point to the Red Skull? Probably not, mostly, but that doesn't mean there's anything weird about the guy, except that he just wants to look like the fucking Red Skull.
I hate how I'm the judgmental, intolerant one in this conversation, but I feel like there is something else going on here. If you idolize a villain from a comic book so much that you want to reconstruct your face to look like him,
There is a problem with the Red Skull's beliefs, but if it's strictly just
aesthetic.
Yeah, he looked at the Red Skull and said, "That's badass. That's how I want to look."
Like any idiot would choose Destro from G.I. Joe.
How are you gonna do Destro? It's just metal.
Yeah.
You can't do that. That's not a face. That's just wearing a mask. You can't make your face metal.
All right. Well, then.
Wait, I'm sorry. Do you want to look like Destro?
I mean, if I had to pick a villain
like,
that looks cool.
Because if you want to look like Destro, I fully support you looking like Destro. You know that, right?
Well,
like this is a safe space.
You're the first person that's ever said that to me. I've never.
There's a reason.
I knew it was you the whole time, Cobra Commander. Damn it!
I lured you into this podcast. I don't know. Do you guys think this is weird? I mean, you obviously think it's a little weird. It's a little abnormal.
You have
but
to see this picture.
Would you be bugged out by this? Would you hang out with this guy? Would you think that there's something wrong with this guy? Let us know either on Twitter. I'm at acarboni.
I'm at Jeff Canada. And the picture of this guy will be at wehaveconcerns.com. So check that out.
Yeah.
Before
We'll put
you
it
make
we'll
any-
put it in the we'll put a link in the description.
Because your imagination can't. You can't. It's fucked up.
I know a guy who will do the whole thing.
Take that cloth off your face.